Anyone who does a lot of interviewing would tell you that the interview is actually the fun part. The challenge often comes with after that interview documenting all the required information in order to be able to move forward and have next steps for that particular candidate. Now, one way you can do this, of course, is take manual notes and then take those notes and drop them into whatever selection criteria that you have. Another great way is to be able to tell AI Companion after your meeting is over to be able to extract out notes that are specific to each component of the selection process. Now, AI is not going to help you make the decision on who to hire, but it can certainly extract out the information from the conversation to be able to assist you in the decision process. So let's see how that works. So inside of Zoom Docs, I can go to My Meetings, and then I can find whatever interview that I want to do. So right here, I can see here's a job interview for Barnes. I can select Create Doc from the meeting, and it'll bring me right to the list of templates that allow me to be able to select sort of how I'd like to view that summary. Now, I can just go with the general, which is the quick recap, next steps, and summary, topic by topic summary of everything that was covered. Or I can select one of these other 9 templates. In this case, let's choose discussion. I like when it's one-to-one, it usually makes more sense to have sort of a back and forth on all the topics that were discussed. We'll go ahead and select next. I have the option to share that with anyone that was invited in the meeting, or I can add additional folks later. Right now, we'll remove the candidate that joined the meeting. And then here we have now that summary. And I have the ability, of course, just to go in here, read through this, and start extracting information that allows me to be able to answer the questions that were asked in the post-interview form. But I also can actually have AI Companion start that process for me. So here, let's click on AI Companion, and I'm just going to copy in a list of criteria. Now, this is not Zoom's criteria, so if you're trying to interview for a job with Zoom, I don't recommend you follow this. This is just something I found on the internet. So these are 6 things that are, insightful data points that you can pull out in order to be able to make a decision. So let's just say these are your 6. And what we want to do is come in and tell AI Companion what to do. So I might say something like, please provide a concise summary of the interview addressing the following key areas. And once I fix all my spelling errors, and then down at the bottom, I might, because I want to emphasize concise, right? So I want to make sure that it's clear in using only the transcript to be able to summarize this information. So please provide a clear, objective observations for each category to assist. Right? And there we go. So now what we have AI Companion doing is extracting information directly from the transcript that aligns exactly to whatever post-interview form I have to fill out. By the way, what normally happens is I do that interview and I have the best of intentions to writing great notes, but I often have meeting after meeting. And then what happens, I'm doing my best at the end of the day or end of the week trying to recollect what was discussed inside of that meeting. And that's not good for either the candidate or the hiring company. So now what we have really in just seconds after that interview is over, I have the ability to be able to extract out and validate each one of these points. I can look through making sure that the information that's captured inside of the Zoom doc for each of these 6 items is not only accurate, but it's well representative of the candidate. And then I can simply just copy and paste this into the form and begin the process of post-interview debrief. Hope this helps you speed up the process, better understand your candidates, and make the right hires for your business.